Hi! I had another blind girl moment. I broke something, again. Didn't see that it was broken, obviously. Although, I really should have noticed it was broken earlier because I could have felt it, but I didn't. I guess I was too distracted and I only found out way later. It's kind of ridiculous. I broke my cane. This is not the broken cane. I just needed one to show you for comparison's sake. This is one I rhinestoned a few years ago. All my canes have a roller tip on the end, this little bit. When I'm using my cane, I'm moving this end back and forth like so. It gives me the heads up on if I'm about to bump into anything, lets me feel the terrain, also gives me sound feedback. Now that I've shown you how I use a cane with a roller tip, here's the one that I broke specifically. If you're wondering where the end of it went, I don't know. I don't even know how this happened exactly. Here's my working theory of what happened. Basically, on Monday, before we went out, my partner hosed down the end of my cane because it was still pretty muddy from another week. I remember touching it, trying to clean it up. Gross, yeah. Throughout the day, while we were downtown, I could still feel it rolling back and forth. Fine, all right, for hours. Great, but at some point while we were downtown, because lots of people, right, I was getting sighted guide instead of using my cane. In other words, I was just having him or one of his family members, because we were out to dinner with his family, one of them guiding me around by the arm when it was too crowded for me to use my cane. And at some point, while I had my cane like close to my body, but I wasn't really using it, I probably bumped it against something. It was probably already a little loose from earlier on in the day, and then it just rolled away. I really only found out it was broken once we were in the car and my partner looked down and went, "Honey, your cane's broken." And then of course, me being me, my only reaction was, "Oh." So somewhere downtown Toronto, the end of this is just sitting forlorn on the sidewalk or in a gutter or something. The funny thing is, this isn't even that big a deal because it didn't fully break the end of the cane tip, because I can still pull this and switch it out. Hold on. I can still detach what's left of the cane tip, because basically how it works when I switch these out, they're attached to a elastic. They're hooked onto an elastic on my folding cane, and it clicks into place like so. Whoop. There we go. But yeah, it is kind of funny that I managed to break it and not realize until way later. I just have no idea how this happened, really, or where the end of it is now. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go wash my hands. This feels kind of nasty.